Started and we'll get going. Fantastic. Well, I wanted to do a quick training today on building to bronze. I know a lot of people are working on building their business to bronze, and so we thought we'd show you how to do that. So here we go. When you come into the ASEA network, you enroll as an associate, you buy an enrollment pack, you go on AutoShip, and you enroll in a fast forward. So the first goal is to become a director. So here's you sign on, you do all those things, you're now an associate. You sponsor an active associate on your right leg and an active associate on their left leg, and now you are a director. You have a team leg and a personal leg. The way you know what that is whatever leg your sponsor sponsored you on is the team leg. So if you were sponsored on your sponsor's left leg, your team leg is the left leg. If your sponsor sponsored you on their right leg, then your team leg is your right leg. Right? Personal leg and team leg. So you sponsor two associates, both are active associates, one on the left team, one on the right team, and you're now a director. The way the software is set up is the first person you sponsor is put on the team leg, the second person you sponsor is put on the personal leg. The third, fourth, fifth person after that are put on the leg with the lesser volume. When you become a director, you become binary qualified. And if you do this within your first 14 days, you earn the $50 director bonus. So now you qualify your business. The question is, can you find two people who can catch the vision about our powerful anti-aging technology and would like to earn additional income as well? And if you do this in the first 14 days, then you earn that director bonus. The next question is, can you teach two to reach two? So it's not just about what you do, it's what the people that you sponsor do. So can those people that you sponsor do the same thing that you did? Can they find their two? Etc., etc. If you can teach two to reach two, these are the basic building blocks of the business, and this is how you build your distribution network. You help your new associates go director in their first 14 days, and then they earn the $50 director bonus. So this is the power of duplication. If somebody offered to give you a penny and double it for the next 30 days, or give you $1 million, which would you take? And that says 10,000, that's a typo. It should be $1 million. Most people would take the $1 million, but watch what happens with the power of duplication, where 1 penny after a week turns into 64 cents. And that 64 cents turns into $81 by the end of week 2. That $81 turns into $10,000 by the end of week 3. That $10,000 turns into $1.28 million by the end of week 4. And if you keep duplicating, by the day 29, that 1 penny has turned into $2.5 million. Day 30, $5 million, and day 31, $10 million. So if you understand this concept of people telling people, telling people, telling people, network marketing is all about a lot of people doing a little bit as opposed to one person doing a lot. So if everybody just sponsored 2 people and those 2 people did the same thing and those 2 people did the same thing, you can start to see the power of this duplication concept. So let's just talk about binary basics. Here's your sponsor who sponsored you on their left leg, and then you've sponsored Ann on your left leg and Bob on your right leg. Since you sponsored Ann on your left leg, Ann's left leg becomes her team leg. Ann sponsors Joe. Ann sponsors her first associate, Joe, and places him on the team leg. And if your settings are placed on balance, that first associate will automatically go on your team leg. Ann becomes binary qualified because she sponsors her second associate, Jim, and places him on her right leg, which is what's going to happen automatically if your settings are on balance. So now she advances to the level of director, and she's now binary qualified. You continue to sponsor. You place Kurt on your left leg, and then you sponsor Dave on your right leg. Notice that Kurt spills over down the left side of Joe and Ann. Ann continues to sponsor. In this example, placing Jane on her left team, and Jane spills over into Kurt and Joe's left leg. Ann's team continues to grow. Jim sponsors his first associate, Tim, on his right leg, Jim's team. You continue to sponsor, sponsoring Ed and Fred. Ed spills over into Jane, Kurt, Joe, and Ann's left leg. So spillover is like manna from heaven, and you should never depend on spillover when you build your business. But when you get it, you just thank, the Lord's for giving you that and move forward. So spillover is when somebody from above you sponsors somebody to the bottom of that leg, and then that you benefit from that volume as well as the person that sponsored them. Your sponsor's sponsor sponsors Sam and places Sam on that next available position on your left leg. So you can see how this volume starts to build on each other. Important, binary means two. It's your responsibility to build two legs. Spillover should not be a part of your business building strategy. Okay, so how do you get to Director 300, which is the next step on the compensation plan? So this is you, right? You're active in order to in order to get carryover volume, you must be active, which means you have to have 100 points going through your business every month, 100 personal volume. As long as you're active, that volume will continue to accumulate, and so you can get paid on it in the future. When you sponsor your first two associates, you're now binary qualified, an active associate on the right leg and an active associate on the left leg, both with at least 100 points personal volume. Where does that personal volume come from? It can come from your own personal purchases as well as from your customer volume. So both retail and preferred customers count for that PV requirement, that 100 personal volume requirement. When you achieve at least 300 volume in the lesser leg, including spillover volume, and 300 on the right leg, then you're going to go Director 300 that week. The next step in the compensation plan is Director 700. So here's you. You're active, so you've got at least 100 personal volume going through your business every month. Remember, it's a weekly compensation plan, but you have to have 100 points going through your business every month, not every week. You're binary qualified, which means you have an active associate on the right leg and an active associate on the left leg, which means they both have at least 100 personal volume going through their businesses, which makes them active and qualifies you as binary qualified. You achieve at least 700 volume in the lesser leg, including spillover volume, and on the right leg, and you go Director 700. Now, the computer is always looking at your business two ways. It's looking from a binary tree and also a sponsorship tree. So in the beginning, you're getting a lot of your payment through fast start bonuses and through team commissions. As you move up to the bronze and above levels, you're going to get paid more on team commissions and matching check, because you're going to open up that matching check part of the compensation plan. So the difference between the binary tree and the sponsorship tree is binary means two. Sponsorship tree is everybody that you personally sponsor is going to be frontline to you. Everybody they personally sponsor is going to be frontline to them. The binary tree helps you get your business off the ground. The sponsorship tree is really where the money is made. So here's how the levels work. Everybody you sponsor is on level 1. Everybody they sponsor is on level 2. Everybody they sponsor is on level 3. Note, in the binary tree, Sam, who was sponsored by your sponsor and spilled over into your binary tree, does not show up in your sponsorship tree. That's because that person spilled over into your business, and only the people you sponsor and the people that they sponsor and the people that they sponsor are going to show up on your sponsorship tree. Note that you sponsored Ed, who spills over into Jane, Kurt, Joe, and Ann's binary tree, but does not show up on their sponsorship trees. That's because they didn't personally sponsor those people. Only the people that you personally sponsor will show up on your sponsorship tree, and the people they sponsor and the people they sponsor. It's different from the binary tree. So here's your binary tree, and here's your sponsorship tree. The director bonus and the binary team commissions are paid from this tree. The fast start bonuses, the executive momentum pool, check match, etc. are paid on your sponsorship tree. These bonuses are paid on the sponsorship tree volume based, and the binary tree determines the rank. So your rank comes from the binary tree, but a lot of your bonuses come from the sponsorship tree. All right, let's go over team commissions. So here's your left team and here's your right team. And as your business grows, you're creating team sales volume. So let's just say you have 3,000 volume on the left team and 2,500 volume on the right team for that week. You're going to get paid 10% of your lesser leg, which would mean you're going to earn $250 that week. So at the end of the week, the computer will subtract 2,500 volume from the right leg, 2,500 volume from the left leg, and you're going to have 500 points in volume left over. That volume is going to carry over as into the next week so that you can get paid on it in the future as long as you're active. As your sales team grows, you can earn up to $10,000 a week in team commissions. It's capped at $10,000 a week. Okay, so let's look at bronze. Here's you, here's your team. You're active. Now this changes at the bronze level. When you're going bronze, your monthly requirement for personal volume goes from 100 personal volume to 200 personal volume. You must be binary qualified, which means you have a personally sponsored active associate on the right team and a personally sponsored active associate on the left team, which will make you binary qualified. You achieve at least 2,000 volume in the lesser leg, including spillover. So 2,000 on the right leg, 2,000 on the left leg, including that spillover volume. And then you have to have 2 sponsorship lines with a Director 300 person, associate, in each. So the Director 300 legs can be in separate binary legs. They can be on the same binary leg. They do not have to be personally sponsored. And spillover Director 300s do not count. So they have to be Director 300s from your sponsorship tree. They cannot be in the same line of sponsorship. So if you sponsored somebody and they went Director 300, and then they sponsored somebody who went Director 300, only one Director 300 leg is going to qualify that whole leg. So they can't be in the same line of personal sponsorship. So Director 300 legs, let's look how that works. This is your sponsorship tree. Your Director 300 legs are in 2 separate sponsorship legs. Notice they're not necessarily personally sponsored by you. Okay, now you're a bronze executive. Okay, so you've got your 200 personal volume. You've got your active personally sponsored associate on the right leg, active personally sponsored associate on the left leg. You've got 2,000 volume going through both the right and the left legs for that week. And you've got 2 qualified Director 300 legs that qualify the same week that you get paid as bronze. So congratulations, you've just gone bronze in the ASEA compensation plan for that 1 week. Now remember that ASEA has a weekly compensation plan, but a monthly auto ship. So you're going to want to build 4 weeks out of the month, not just when you go bronze 1 week doesn't mean you're going to qualify as bronze every single week that month. You have to continue building those weeks. The average bronze makes anywhere from $895 to $10,000, about $2,000 a month from the ASEA compensation plan. So I hope that helps. That's a quick overview on how to go bronze. And I know a lot of you guys are going to do it just fine. So this is going to sink in over time, but I want to be the first to congratulate you on your road to bronze.